The average Australian now thinks you need $2.2 million to retire comfortably. $2.2 million. According to a 2026 Finder survey, that is what everyday Australians believe financial freedom actually costs. And here's the gut punch. Most of them think they will never get there, so they stop trying before they even start. That is not a money problem. That is a misinformation problem. And it ends today. Welcome to Aussie Money Mate, where we expose the financial lies Australians believe. Quick question before we go further. If someone handed you $1 million today, would you actually be financially free in Australia? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments right now before I show you the truth, because the answer is going to surprise you. Here's the thing. That $2.2 million figure is not wrong. It's just the wrong question. You've been asked to hit a number without anyone explaining what that number actually does. The official ASFA Retirement Standard says a comfortable single retirement costs $54,840 a year. A couple needs $77,375. That's it. That's the real target. The $2.2 million number? That's fear talking. That's the financial industry selling you anxiety. The actual maths is far more manageable than you've been led to believe. Here's what nobody tells you. Most Australians will never retire, not because of their income, but because of this one mistake. They're running from a number nobody bothered to properly explain. They go into survival mode, stop planning, and let compound growth slip away quietly in the background. Today, I'm going to show you your actual number and the three-lever system already working in your favor right now. If you're earning around $60,000 to $100,000 in Australia right now, this is exactly what is happening to you. CPI inflation is sitting at 3.7% as of February 2026. Rents in capital cities hit $680 a week this quarter. The average new mortgage is $736,000. Every single one of those numbers is eating into the headspace you need to think clearly about your future. This is what behavioral economists call financial scarcity. When money's tight, your cognitive bandwidth shrinks. You stop planning. You go into survival mode. You tell yourself you'll sort the retirement stuff later when things calm down. But things do not calm down. They compound in the wrong direction. And the cruel irony, the longer you operate in survival mode, the bigger that $2.2 million phantom number looms. It becomes a psychological wall, not a financial plan. Most people watching this are stuck right here, not because they're bad with money, because nobody has sat down and run the actual maths with them. Here's the data reality check. The ASFA comfortable retirement figure for a single person requires approximately $630,000 in super at retirement, not $2.2 million, not even close. So why does the fear number exist? Because nobody's doing the maths with you. Until now. Here's what most people miss. Retirement income isn't a lump sum you spend down like a bank account. It's a system. It's your super balance combined with investment returns, combined with the age pension if you qualify, all working together to generate an income you can actually live on. Here's where it gets interesting. ASFA says a comfortable single retirement costs $54,840 a year, but your super doesn't need to cover all of that. At a 5% drawdown rate, which is conservative and widely used, a $630,000 balance generates around $31,500 a year from your own savings. The age pension currently pays up to $29,739 a year for a single person. Add those two together, and you're already at $61,254. That's above the ASFA comfortable standard, from $630,000. Now here's the system that turns this from theory into reality. The super guarantee rate is now 12%. That's not a small number. If you're on the median full-time salary of around $100,000 gross, your employer is putting $12,000 a year into your super before you contribute a single extra dollar yourself. At 5% average annual returns, $12,000 invested over 25 years grows to approximately $597,000. You're almost there on employer contributions alone. Add even modest voluntary contributions, say $50 a week extra, that adds roughly $125,000 more over the same period. You're at $722,000, comfortably past the comfortable threshold. But the real turning point is earlier than you think. It's not at retirement, it's right now. Because of compound growth, the money you put in today is worth 3 to 4 times more than the money you put in 10 years from now. The maths doesn't care about your feelings, it cares about time. There's also a tax incentive baked in. Concessional super contributions are taxed at just 15%, down from your marginal rate. If you're in the 30 or 37% tax bracket, every extra dollar you put into super saves you real money in tax. That's a guaranteed return before your investment even starts growing. So what do you actually do with this? Here are 3 moves. First, run your real number, not the 2.2 million fear number, your number. Go to moneysmart.gov.au and use the retirement planner. Plug in your age, your current super balance, your salary. In 10 minutes, you'll know your actual gap. Most people are shocked, in a good way. Second, activate salary sacrifice. Even $50 a fortnight into super makes a compounding difference over time. And from July 1, 2026, the lowest income tax rate drops from 16% to 15%, meaning the gap between what you get taxed on income and what super gets taxed at is widening slightly. It's a small change, but small changes at the margin compounded over decades are not small at all. Now is a good time to revisit your salary sacrifice arrangement. Third, check your super fund's investment option. This one surprises people. The majority of Australians are sitting in their fund's default balanced option. For anyone more than 15 years from retirement, a high growth option has historically delivered meaningfully better returns over long timeframes. 1 percentage point difference in annual returns on a $100,000 balance compounds to over $34,000 extra over 20 years. That's not a small number. That's a holiday every year in retirement. Let's come back to where we started. $2.2 million, the number that stops Australians in their tracks before they even begin. That number is a feeling. The real number, $630,000 for a comfortable single retirement, is a maths problem, and maths problems have solutions. You're not behind, you're underinformed. There's a difference, and now you're not underinformed anymore. The system is already working for you. 12% going in from your employer, compound growth doing its thing in the background, tax advantages sitting there unused by most people. If you're watching this video, you're already ahead of 90% of Australians. Most people will never even ask the question you just sat through. You don't need $2.2 million. You need a plan, a number, and enough time for the maths to do what maths does: work. Now here's the real question. Are you actually doing something about it? Or are you still letting that phantom number run your life? Tell me in the comments, are you closer to working forever or financially free? I read every one. Subscribe to Aussie Money Mate because every video here is designed to change how you think about money in Australia. And if you want to go deeper, watch this one next. I break down exactly why having $1.5 million in retirement might still not be enough and what that means for your plan. Stay smart with your money, mate.